What is the smelliest JoJo part? And you can be like, hey, Basic, how are we going to judge this? We're going to judge this off of what I think smells the worst out of each part. We're also going to like take into account the characters and like their social status, because they do come in handy. Take the location and put it all together. So with that being said, let's go to Phantom Blood. Now, Phantom Blood was a tricky one because I thought it would be one of the smelliest ones. But we have to remember, Jonathan Joestar is rich. He was born into a wealthy family, and I looked it up. Apparently, cleanliness was very valued back then. What form of cleanliness is to be determined, but Jonathan Joestar, we could say, was clean. He was washing that muscle ass. He was cleaning in between those sheets. But we got to take into account the location. We don't know about everybody else, so we still got to take into account Speedwagon. We got to take into account Zapelli. We got to take into account the boxers, the bullies, and all that. But we got to keep an account, since this is in England in the 1800s, there are hierarchies. So the richer you are, the better smelling you are. So Jonathan is the outlier. Him and his family are the outlier. Everybody else that we meet in Phantom Blood don't come from a rich family. They're not rich. Like Speedwagon was literally a street thug. He probably smelled like shit. Ogre Street probably smelled terrible. So if I had to rank Phantom Blood as a whole and what England smelled like at that time period, I will most likely have to put it on the I need to leave tier, because after getting a whiff of England at that time period, you probably want to go if you're not around anybody but Jonathan. And keep in mind, Jonathan mansion burned, so all that rich shit is out the window now. Jonathan just a normal person once everything go down, so he probably stayed with the rest of them. All right, so going on to battle tendencies, we got to keep in mind that battle tendencies took place in different locations. They went in many locations, and overall I think the cleanliness of battle tendencies may be a little bit better than everybody else's. Jonathan had a wealthy grandma, he had a wealthy mother figure in Erna, and also Speedwagon was already rich at this point. He started the Speedwagon corporation. So if we keep that in mind, that means Jonathan is in the upper echelon of family. Plus, this is one of the first parts in JoJo where we see a character take a bath. If I do remember correctly, no character take a bath in Phantom Blood. I will recheck that. But remember this, while this is going on, there's a major conflict that's kind of happening. It's pretty, you probably heard of it. It's called World War II. There's a certain ally who is with them, multiple allies, who is with Joseph in battle tendency. And I have a sneaky suspicion that he fucking stinks. And also, I would like to keep in mind that the Pillarmen also are there too. And I would like to call their cleanliness into question. They have not taken a shower in multiple years, many years. So I think it'll be easy to assume they don't smell good. You take into account the location, the cast. I will say majority of it is probably I need to leave. Going to the next part. In this part, travel to the most places on this list, Stardust Crusaders. They begin in Japan. So overall, we're starting good. I think Jojolion smells good as a character, but we got to keep in mind these men had to travel. So I think once we weigh everything down, we take into account all the side characters. Like, if we're being honest, do we think Polaroid smell good? Do we think older Joseph smell good? Do we think any of the crew smell good in the middle of them traveling and barely having time to stop and take a shower? Do we think they smell good? I don't know. And then looking at some of the locations, I mean, I'll put it here. I'll put it on the screen. I would be likely to say some of these locations probably stink. So we're gonna put Stardust Crusaders in its good tier. Don't smell too bad, don't smell too good, it's okay. Now going to the part that I feel like it's probably one of the most cleanest parts, and I feel like we can also wrap another part into this because they basically take place in the same location. We're going to part 4 and part 8 with Mario. Now Mario is different in both the parts, but I think the cleanliness stays the same. It's consistent. I don't think the cleanliness changed too much in these parts. I would be likely to say that it's the cleanest parts in all of JoJo. I don't think it's that bad. If we look at Jojolion and Diamond is Unbreakable, they kind of pretty much take place in one location. It's just a small town. I don't think it's too much like smell bad, especially in part 4. If we're looking at Diamond is Unbreakable, I don't think it's that bad of a like a smell. It's just a normal city. It's legit just a normal city. Unless you count like maybe like the alien smelling bad, or possibly like some of the victims of like Angelo at the beginning. Overall, cause it's not like Kira's leaving like any dead body. He's blowing them up. So there's no stench to begin to smell the location. If we look at Jojolion, they do have like rock humans. But who are we to say that the rock humans smell? I think rock humans actually take showers or baths, maybe. They might actually clean themselves. I'm likely to say they don't stink as bad as the Pillarmen did. One of the rock humans has sex with a human, and they usually do. Well, not usually, but it happens. So I'm assuming if they was to have sexual intercourse with a human, they will smell good. Did you see a Pillarman have sex with somebody? I don't think so, because their smell killed them. So if I had to rank Jojolion and Dominant's Unbreakable in the smell like roses tier. Now, I could not think of another flower, so smell like roses. This is the top of the top, the cream of the crop. This is the best smelling a JoJo part has to offer. We're going to another part that I feel like have one of the nastiest smells, and we're going to part 6. Okay, so part 6 take place in the prison. And if we look at prison overall, in Florida, mind you, I don't think it's crazy to assume that these characters probably smell bad. I would assume that a part that mainly takes place in the prison and in the Space Center, I would assume that that part will smell bad. So I'm likely to believe that Stone Ocean need to be in the get me out of here tier. And I want to see like anybody disagree with this. Because I'm thinking about it from like just a logical point of view. I don't think they're taking the best showers. And if we keep in mind, some of them end up in solitary confinement and they don't get to take showers. Especially when we saw Jolene do it. And we've seen a whole bunch of nasty shit in Stone Ocean and how dirty these people can get. The only person we see in Stone Ocean take a shower is Jean Gallier and his big fat ass. So with that being said, we have to put Stone Ocean in the get me out of here tier. There's a part that I feel like we can all agree will probably smell bad. Steel Ball Run is probably the smelliest that a JoJo part can get. The reason I am saying this is because 1, it's a race across America. So 9 times out of 10, all the motherfuckers are not having a chance to shower, nor bathe with good hygiene. 2, it takes place in 1890, America. And if you remember at the beginning of Steel Ball Run, one of Steven Steele's assistants told Steven Steele shit was getting nasty and dirty and then they may have to shut down the race. If you don't believe me, I'll put the panel right here. That's just one example. And even if we're looking at the characters of Johnny and Gyro, they do brush their teeth. They do things like that. But Gyro is the same person to throw away tissue to wipe his ass with a leaf. We cannot act like the smell of all these people are good. I think it would be likely to like think all the other characters, since there's thousands of people in this race, don't smell good. Especially if they're traveling from all over the world in 1890. I feel like Steel Ball Run is definitely one of the smelliest parts in JoJo, and I don't think there's much argument here. It's dirty. It's just nasty. It's just cowboys out there racing. There's no point in being clean. We're cowboys. Of course our ass gonna stink a little bit. Who cares? And with the last part, we have Golden Wind. I think Golden Wind is one of the best smelling parts, mainly because I'm assuming it's probably the aesthetic. I do think they get to like, they do reach some dirty places in Italy. So majority of the time, I don't think it smells good. But after like the beginning part, before Giorno like joins the game, like not even after that, mainly after like he fight Bruno, I think the cleanliness start going up from there. Of course there's gangsters and there are nasty people in there. Like I highly doubt Chocolata smelled good. Or I forgot his name, but the dude that had Oasis, I highly doubt they smell good. But I would reckon that everybody else there smell good. Like look at Diavolo. Look at Diavolo and tell me this man or Doppio don't smell good. I think they do. Now we do have one panel. I think that Trish said Mr. smelled bad, but we're not gonna let that weigh us down too much. Also, we don't see them shower. I mean, it'll be weird, you know, Jordan's fucking 15, but we don't really see them take a break to shower. But we can assume what drip like this they have to somewhat smell good. So I'm likely to put Golden Wind, because they do travel across Italy. So I'm likely to put them in like, it's good or it smell like roses. We also got to take into account the time period. Golden Wind take place in 2001. I forgot about it because I think when Giorno did some shit that was crazy, and then 9/11 happened. So Giorno is the reason 9/11. But yes, I think overall, like that's 2001. I mean, we're pretty much getting to the cleanliness. We're good. We're Gucci. If I had to weigh it down, because Mista is one of the main characters and he quote unquote stank, and some of the other characters may look like they stink, and plus some of the dirty shit we saw in Italy. I mean, we can put it at the it's good tier if we really, really want to. But I'm reckoning to believe that it's more so on the tier with part 4 than like any other part where they have to travel. So I'm kind of just, I'm likely just to put it here. Overall, that's the list. If you want to see more videos, they're coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.